Hello and welcome back to Spirited Heart. Right, let me just check the old relationship tab. Okay, so she apparently hangs out in the graveyard and the temple, and I'm now working in the temple, so hopefully that'll give me a chance to chat to her a bit more. Just need a nice random encounter to turn up. Dang it. Pesky taxes. 23 coins, that's not too bad. Let's go to the relaxation menu. Take a few weeks off. Okay, let's repeat the last job. Okay. Let's keep working. It's doing a decent bit for my funds there. Dang it. That'll do. Can't concentrate. A few weeks off. Okay, everything's superb again, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the graveyard for a bit, see if I can bump into her again. Unfortunately, that hasn't done my wisdom any favours. Dang it. Double dang it. Really hit my morale in the head. Got to pay me tax. Taxation will be at 40%. I don't know. Am I actually getting anything for these taxes? You know, some nice public health care or something like that? Actually, given that I seem to have to mix up my own headache remedies, we don't appear to. Yeah, I think it's guaranteed that every time it'll go over. Dang it. Don't seem to be bumping into anybody at the moment, I've got to say. I haven't had a random event in ages. I kind of miss them. Dang it. Okay, let's go back to my priestess job, because I don't seem to be bumping into anyone at the graveyard. Wow, my dexterity is really, really awful. Okay, so that'll do. Could train a skill, I suppose. What have I got? I could train up my... No, I don't think it's worth training anything at this point. Let's just repeat my... Dang it! You know what? Let's have some weeks off. Beauty farm, eh? Could go there for a week. That'd be nice. A holiday spent in total relaxation at the spa is just what we wanted. I feel reborn. I also took some beauty treatment and now I feel much more attractive. That's boosted my charisma a bit and my seduction skills by a point, as well as knocking up my health and morale, but wow, that cost me a lot of money. That basically cost me all of my money. Come on, please, somebody give me a random event. I'm 21 and I haven't had a random event in ages. Yep, paying the tax. Haha! Take that. By spending all my money, I made sure that the tax is only 8 coins. Admittedly, given how terrible pay seems to be in this country. Dang it. Hello, Janlin. What? Who are you? I'm Torza, goddess of your race, and I have been following your progress here in Triberg. And you impressed me. Your will and determination deserve a chance of living a better life. Thanks, but how? I will ask you to get a title, and if you manage to get it before you are 30, I will bless you and give you one free wish. Really? That's awesome! Indeed. Now listen carefully. I want you to obtain the title of Armourer. And how can I acquire that title? Well, obviously, you need to have a skill of 99 in craftsmanship, but also a skill of 75 in combat. I know it won't be easy, but try to make it. I will do my best. Bless you. The goddess disappears as quickly as she came, but now I have a new goal in my life. Okay, so... getting 95 in... 99 in craftsman and 75 in combat. Bloody hell. Might have to try and get that smith job then, which would mean boosting my strength again. Oh god, here we go. Back to my building job. Character sheet. Okay, so it's actually going to tell me... yeah, so there's a few different titles. That's okay. But yes, at least it's going to tell me what the goddess wants me to do. Goal Armourer. So yes, I've met a few different people. I'm trying to think how many... I'd need to be a soldier, which would require strength and a load of stamina I don't have. What was it to boost stamina? Okay, that's... I probably won't end up getting that, I've got to be honest. Yeah, in fact, I don't think I will. Let's just go back to... simply because I'd have to really sort of swap out what I'm doing at the moment, which I've already done once. Let's take 3 weeks off. And then let's take another week off. Okay, let's repeat the last job. That'll do. So I wonder what different combinations there are. And if I go to character sheet, haven't unlocked this title. Yeah, so it's not actually going to tell me what the titles are or what I have to do to achieve them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, one of them's almost certainly... yeah, well, hang on, let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, there's got to be one for each of the major skills, but each one will almost certainly require an additional skill to be pretty high. So what would go well with faith, I wonder? Magic, maybe? Or decorum? No. Not sure. Either way, let's try and get my faith up as much as I can. I appreciate it's not what the goddess actually wants me to do, but, you know. Since I'm not particularly religious, I don't really care. Dang it. I appreciate that's kind of ironic, given that I'm working on building up my faith. 41%. The bloody tax rate's going up, isn't it? Hey. And I've lost some skills in combat and magic. As well as even more dexterity. Bloody hell, my dexterity is appalling. That'll do. Okay, let's relax. Let's do a bit of light shopping. Okay. I've got to say, I'm still hoping that Rhea's going to turn up at the temple, because she is supposed to. Because, I mean, if I look at the job options, that's working in the temple. And to be fair, the priestess job doesn't pay that badly. Actually, compared to the other top-level jobs, soldiering does not pay much at all. Let's go back to my guard job for a bit, see if I can tempt her into turning up again. God dang it. Holiday. She seems to spend an awful lot of time on holiday. I appreciate coming from me, that's kind of, you know, iffy, but hey. I feel like I haven't had a proper random encounter since the beginning of this video, which was 12 minutes ago. Or almost 12 minutes anyway. Dang it. Relax at home. Pesky taxes. That'll do. Because I quite literally haven't seen her in years. I haven't seen anybody in years. Let's go back to my priestess job. Somebody please talk to me. No, wrong thing. Let's repeat the last job. Now let's relax. Okay, her morale is at least superb. Perfect, well done. Building up my faith pretty well. Random! Finally! Hooray! I swept the temple floor until I feel like my arms are about to fall off. But the serene atmosphere seems to soothe my very soul. It's the most peaceful place to work, and I enjoy it very much. I usually ignore the visitors, but a hooded figure caught my attention this time. The woman walked very quickly through the entrance, like she knew where she was going. I carefully placed down my broom and decide to follow her. I'm barely fast enough to catch a glimpse of her before she moves around the corner. Why is this woman moving so quickly? The woman bumped into a priestess, almost knocking her to the ground. Forgive me. That voice! And her hood fell down. That's Rhea! What's that grave robber doing here of all places? The temple doesn't have anything precious to steal, and everything important was... Uh-oh. She's heading for the crypt. All of the ancient artifacts stored down there. Those relics are priceless. No one knows she's here. Oh, where are the priests? I don't see any. I'm not going to send that acolyte after Rhea. She'd eat that priestess alive. Oh, I suppose it's all up to me. She'd already pulled her hood back and disappeared. I have to catch up to her. I round the corner, and I gasp when I find that Rhea has stopped. I tuck myself like on the other side of the corner and peep around. She doesn't know I'm here. Good. I watch Rhea look both directions, and then reach out for the donation box? How low can you be to steal money from charity? This is unforgivable. I'm going to wait for a moment, because I think she's going to be donating, not nicking. I don't know for a fact she's stealing. I shouldn't accuse her before catching her in the act. I hold my breath as I watch Rhea lift the top of the donation box. She pulls a satchel from her waist. But instead of reaching into the donation box, she reaches into her bag. She pulls out a fistful of coins and drops them into a box. She She repeats until her satchel is empty. I blink. She was donating money, not stealing it. But why was she covering herself up with a hood? Why sneak in here to do this? I was so caught in my own thoughts that I didn't have time to move before Rhea saw me. You! What are you doing here? I work here. The donation box is back to its original condition, looking completely untouched. Perhaps Rhea didn't realize I saw what she just did. Better marriage than to the cemetery, at least. Stay out of my way. She glares at me as she disappears around the corner, and I'm dazed by what I just witnessed. Yay, finally a random encounter. Ooh, I've now got 50 in faith. I say, I'm definitely not going to achieve that one for the goddess. So I'm focusing on trying to boost my reputation with her, I think. Because, you know, I've got a few various options. He seems nice enough. He's a bit of a dick. Haven't met either of those four. I quite like her. She's, you know, she's got a dodgy reputation, but you get the impression there's a heart of gold. Haven't met her yet. She's a bit ditzy. She seems like a bloody menace, and she talks so damn quickly that I can barely keep up, so... Well, let's focus on Rhea. That'll do. 39 gold coins. Cool, I don't know. 43%? Oh, come on. I'm going to work when two guards stopped me on the street. I was mistaken for a dangerous criminal. What should I do? Try to explain. I explained to them that they've gotten the wrong person, and thanks to our charisma, they believed my story and let me go. Yay for charisma. Let's see how things went for the rest of the week. Dang it. Wow, she seems to need to take a lot of time off, I've got to say. Let's go to the mountains for a week. Ah, the magnificence of the mountains. There's nowhere better to find yourself. You spend your days admiring the snow-capped peaks and attending a local circle of druids who carry out historical research. Boosted my research and my wisdom. That's good, along with my health and my morale. That, I can guarantee you, is going to be a 5 or a 6. Ta! Told you. Haha, perfect. Dang it. Relationship still depressingly single. Also in the game. Sorry, obvious joke. Yay, random encounter! All is quiet in the temple today, well, except for the hurried footsteps of a visitor. I don't have to see her face or hear her voice. Rhea's here, and I barely caught her this time. Rhea? The cloaked figure slows and then finally stops, but she doesn't turn around to face me. Still, I'm sure it's her. Donating again? She does not reply, but she stands completely still, so I had the chance to walk right up behind her. Why do you do this? Why in secret? That's not your concern. She starts to leave again. Wait! Let's grab her. I reach out and grab her arm. She shakes me off and tries to move forward, but I reach for her arm again. She just pushes me off with her immense strength. She spins towards me, her hood falling, but she stops herself an inch before she actually crashes into me. Her face is so close. We glower at each other, and she looks like she's almost shaking with rage. I feel her breath spill from her nose as I stare deep into her eyes. I look down at her lips. They're so inviting, and they're just right there. Unhand me. She pulls herself free from my frozen hands and takes a few steps away. What do you want from me? want you to tell me why you do this. Donating anonymously to the temple? You? You're supposed to be a sick thief who defiles the dead with a smile on her face. I stare at her as she refuses to look at me. What could possibly motivate a beautiful woman to do such a thing? She finally turns to look at me. Her eyes penetrate me as much as a dagger would. You want to know me so badly? You want to hear every gory detail? Or should I spare you with the short version? I grew up as the daughter of a noblewoman with 2 elder sisters. I was told that we lived in a large, rich mansion, as many nobles do. But I don't remember those days. No. All I remember are the alleyways and the streets of Lowtown, fighting for a rotten apple from a rat, then giving it to my sister so we might see another day. But you were nobility. My father died and left my mother with nothing. Our lives were up to the fate of our rich uncle, another noble. That man, however, did not care about us. He evicted us from our own home and threw us out in the streets so he could own all of our property. Greed is what made us homeless. Since this is a short version, I won't tell you how my mother or sisters died. Suffice to say that I spent most of my life in Lowtown, alone. I tremble from her explanation. So much has happened to her. Forgive me if I have no respect for those noblemen. Forgive me for wanting to make right the world by taking what they hold so selfishly and giving it to those who actually need it. So now you know. She turns away suddenly, pulling up her hood. I'm sorry. She's silent for a moment. Don't grab me again or you'll wish you'd never met me. And then she breaks into a run down the hallway and out of my sight. I shiver from what I've just learned. I never knew that she had suffered such a tragic past. I could feel myself grow irreversibly closer to her. Let's face it, some people are just complete bastards. But on the plus side, I've now got 1 full heart. So I can't tell, do the quote-unquote random encounters always turn up at certain times, or are they really completely random? I suspect it's more likely that they turn up at certain times, but depending on where you are, limits the type of encounter you can get. And then it might actually be random which of several that you get. Dang it. Let's relax. 18 gold coins. 42%, yep, it's going up. So yeah, she's now older than I am in real life, though not by much. Yeah. The last one. That'll do. That'll do. Perfect. Okie dokie. Repeat the last job. I do like the fact they took time to actually create a different outfit for each job. That's a nice touch. You know, particularly since you've got 3 different potential main characters. That'll do. Then that, that I suspect required an awful lot of time and effort from the artist. So that's always nice to see. I feel like faith and magic might be a good combination, but I'm not sure. Okay, well let's relax for a week. Can't afford to go to the seaside. It probably costs 50 to 100 gold would be my guess, so let's have a few weeks at home. Back to my job as a priest. Dang it. That'll do. Okay. Dang it. Strength of concentration has gone down. Okay. I say I'm building up my faith quite a lot, which is good. I appreciate that it's not what the goddess actually wants me to do, but... Yay, random encounter. Yes, I suspect they're probably timed. I hear some of the priestesses scream behind me, and then I see a cloaked woman run past me, almost like a blur, and out into the temple sanctum. Rhea. I run after her, and I see her duck behind a sacred altar. Why is she hiding? Where is she? Several city guards run into the sanctum with their swords bared, searching high and low. They're after her. You there, priestess! Did you see a woman in a dark hood run in here? Scold the guards. How dare you enter this holy place with your weapons drawn? The guards suddenly look dumbfounded. This is a place of healing and repentance, and you dirty its ground with war and vengeance. We are chasing a very dangerous criminal. We won't be long. They walk forward, but I run up and place my hands up to them. I just spent 3 hours cleaning this floor. It's not enough to shame this hall with your bloodlust, but you have to desecrate its floor as well? Look, you can even tell by your footprints that no one else has been in here but you. Filthy. They look at their muddy feet with much guilt. There are no other footprints but their own. Luckily, Rhea didn't manage to track any dirt in with her, so she's safely concealed. We're sorry, priestess. Alright, boys, she's not in here. She must have gone to the other way. Move, move! They run back out of the sanctum, their dirty feet ruining the floor even more. I sigh as soon as I hear them completely gone. I didn't think that'd actually work. I turned around to the altar. They're gone now. Rhea's head pops out from under the tablecloth to double check that the coast was clear. You've got guts talking to those guards like that? We smile at each other, and she slips out from under the altar. She stands, but as soon as she's on 2 feet, she collapses and moans. Rhea! Oh, my leg. It's my leg. I run over to her and lean by her side. She hisses and grabs at her lower leg. What's wrong with it? Is it broken? Oh, no, those bastards got me. I lifted her cloak to see her bare leg. I freeze at the sight, and my face grows flush, but I have no time to be embarrassed, because there was a horrible cut just above her ankle. Hold on, I can take care of this. Priestesses are trained in healing. I just need to get some bandages. Oh, hurry, before anyone finds us. I walked over to the nearby table, and black with white cloth and medicine. This may sting a little, but it will help you. Just hold on to me if it's too much. I lift her foot and slip the bandage underneath her leg. My fingers slide against her silky skin, and I pause at the sensation. I shake from my thoughts, and apply the healing powder, and finish trying the bandage. I run my hand over the area to smooth the cloth, and I hear Rhea drawing a small breath. I look up at her, and our eyes meet. Thank you. But I have to go. She stands up and wobbles a little. I hope she'll be okay like that. I can check your wound the next time you come here. Is that okay? There will be no next time. I cannot ever return here. What? No. Oh, the priestesses know me now, and the guards will search here. I'm sorry. She looks down at me, and I felt instinct pain because she was right. Where will you go? When will I see you again? Don't worry. You'll see me again soon. She raises her hood and walks cautiously to the exit. I hope she means it, because I can't wait to see her again. Now, does that mean I'll be able to encounter her somewhere else? Ah, pesky taxes. 47 gold coins. I was actually north of 100 for the first time then. Still, I'm getting my faith pretty high. Let's take a couple of weeks off to relax. Spend some time at home. Dang it. Yay, random encounter. I'm feeling miserable, so I decide to spend the night at the tavern. It's as loud as I remember it, but far more dirty. And the patrons were a lot more annoying. A playboy bard was strumming his lute, serenading to anything with 2 legs. He finally worked his way to me. Oh, here sits a very fine lady, oh, how are you on this fine day? I feel like I should probably try and do that again, but screw it. Oh, God bless him, he's singing to me. I'm not interested, I'm sorry. Oh, I am smitten to the ground with a sultry little frown. I said I'm not interested. Please leave me alone. I'm just trying to have a drink. Oh, I can tell by her demeanour that she's itching to be nearer. What? No, I'm not! Go away! A dagger whooshes between the two of us and wedges into the wooden pillar next to us. The bard's lute plucks at discord from being so frightened. I look over. Rhea! She walks between me and the bard to retrieve her dagger. She yanks it out of the wood, staring the bard down. She's with me. The bard gulps and looks sheepish. He bows and runs away as fast as he can. Rhea looks back at me with a smile. Pushy, aren't they? Thank her. Rhea! I jumped up and put my arms around her neck. She laughs and lets herself hug me. I'm so happy to see her. Oh, thank you, thank you. He was just so bothersome. I've just noticed that I've overrun my timer a little bit, so I will end this video here and say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.